Yo, what up? Ducky here, and I got you guys feedback about the videos. If you guys wanted me to do those, how to do videos like DMP Chicago or how to edit them and whatever. So I'm here tonight. I'm gonna start it out. This is gonna be a multiple series, a couple videos to break it down. Cause if in one video is just too freaking much to do. Uh, in this video, I'll try to explain everything behind the video. Maybe we'll get a little bit of hands-on, but maybe tomorrow or in the next couple of days, I'll dedicate those videos to like how it actually goes down. But I'm just here trying to give a handout to the guys that here in Chicago want to do videos like we do, or get into videos in general and get the hang of it. Alright, so basically this is how it goes down. Every day I get new ideas in my head, they just pop up. Basically, you just wake up, go drink some coffee and whatever, watch some videos on YouTube from my followers and from followers that I actually follow, or what I'm subscribed to. People that I like to watch and stuff like that. Vlogs, car videos, random BS, you know what I'm saying? It just works. So basically, those days come every so often that I'm like, I gotta make a video. And it just stays on my head all day, every day. You ask, well, how does it come to reality? Sometimes I write it down. Sometimes I just keep it in my head, but I break it down to the simplest things ever, So basically, I get the idea. I post it on Facebook if anybody wants to do a video. That's it. I don't spread the word or nothing like that. I just say, hey, I got a video in my mind. I got something in my mind. I got an idea. Who wants to do a video? Who wants to be in a video? And stuff like that. Sometimes I do like to collab, but I mean, since we all have different styles amongst videographers and stuff, it's real difficult to make that right video when you got a lot of people editing. So sometimes I typically like to keep it unique and just make it myself. And that's how you get those videos that I do. So basically, you get the cars, once you got the cars, people are like, you get instant requests to be on those videos. Then you got to think about location or locations. At first, I used to do one location per car, and then I started moving around. My ideas started growing and expanding. I needed more action, and I still have ideas in my head, but I can't because it's too freaking cold outside. So I just wait for temperatures to come back up next year and stuff like that. So save the best for when it's right. So basically, I shows locations. When you get multiple locations in one video at the right time, different scenes cut off, you get good views on videos. Good environments are like catchy buildings, old buildings, abandoned warehouses, graffiti backgrounds, downtown, lakes, stuff like that. That's very popular. And then with a nice clean car, whether it be any kind of car, muscle car, what else, old school car, tuner car, lowrider, you name it, whatever, a truck, it could be anything, as long as it's clean and the fitment is correct. You cannot just put any car out there. Unfortunately, some cars you just can't have on videos. Sorry guys, but it's reality, and that's how it works. But let's keep on moving. Basically, once you got locations set up, you got your car set up, then you got to do your scheduling. You're gonna be like, at this point I'm gonna be here, at this point I'm gonna be there, and then we're gonna do this. After you do that, you write it all down so that way nobody messes up, right? Wrong. Now you have to meet at least sometime before you do this video with the people in the cars, because obviously you can't just meet them and do it like that. So you have to meet with them, and then spread the idea. You do this, or wait for me here, do this and that and whatever. If everything goes as planned, then bam, you're about to make a dope video. You set them up. You get there's an app on iTunes and Android. It's called Zelo, which is a walkie-talkie app. If you want to use regular walkie-talkies that are super 1 mile range, whatever, you can use those. And so that way everybody keeps in communication, so that way nobody fucks up. After you do that, everybody sit up in place, get your stabilizer or whatever it is that you're using, and make your ideas come reality. That's about it. Once you do that, just remember, you don't always have to be recording. You could do cutscenes, which what I mean is, when you're recording, like say for instance now that I'm doing everything on my iPhone because I like the camera and stuff like that, I got a whole lot of videos on there that are just clips. Once you get home, you make the whole thing. A lot of people think that you just keep that button pressed and you're gonna run out of space, and then you're gonna run out of room, and you're gonna have to go home and just mess up the whole video, and it's not gonna go down. So that's just an idea of what goes down when there's an idea in my head and what I do, blah blah, just to give you a glimpse of what it is that goes down. Once we make the other video about how to edit and stuff, then I'll show you how to do it on the actual computer. But basically, those are the main things. Plan ahead, write it down, communicate, execute, and upload. And then whatever happens, happens. Always aim for the best. But besides that, let's talk about equipment. It's not about having the most expensive camera. It's not about having full frame. It's not about having freaking the best lenses out there. None of that stuff. The best stabilizer. You could shoot a video without a stabilizer. I'm telling you that. And whoever tells you that you can't do that, then they don't know what they're talking about. Because a real videographer will tell you that you could shoot any video with any type of camera, because not every camera does what every other camera does. I had full frame DSLR, I had a micro four thirds camera, I had a point and shoot, then I have a regular a GoPro, and they are all different. It's all based on how you use it. The DSLR is awesome because obviously you got more expansion of editing to your liking, because it's more of a manual thing. You could shoot in automatic, there's nothing wrong with that, but if you control your settings in manual, it actually comes out better, because then you in production you could edit better. And then obviously the lenses and stuff like that. DSLRs includes micro four thirds, so you got a wide variety of lenses. But if you go full frame, obviously you're gonna have to pay that high price for the lenses, but the price then exchanges for great quality and more frame, more crop. That's what full frames is. And then micro four thirds, obviously the crop is smaller, but even though it's smaller, you still get a good picture, which is what I used to shoot in the beginning of the summer with my GH4, and you still get a lot of pictures. So it's basically how much you want people to view and stuff like that. So the lenses, the higher the price, the better the lens and stuff like that. So what else? The GoPro is good for action. Sometimes it's good self-stabilized, but sometimes with the wind or the bouncing and stuff like that, some of the video becomes unusable. But if you know how to use it, you get those videos that GoPro shows on their commercials. Besides that, just a point and shoot is good for like vlogging, or if you're just shooting it for yourself. In the video, if you're making a movie and then you want to be in the picture, you could shoot yourself with a point and shoot that has great quality at 60 frames per second. That way you get your own shot, and then the other shots that you're mainly putting out for that video are shot with a better camera with better quality. But even some point and shoots are awesome, like the Sony RX100 number 5 I think came out already. Those cameras are pretty awesome. Some of these point and shoots are able to record in 4K, but just remember, in order to fully benefit from the 4K, to be able to see the full, the full benefit of it, you have to have like a 4K monitor. Not just because you have a TV, but unless you're gonna downgrade to 1080p, if you want 4K, might as well just upgrade to a 4K monitor too, so that way you could upload your videos in 4K and edit your videos in 4K. But just remember, memory space goes up for the higher the resolution and the higher the bandwidth, because not just putting in a 4K is it, you still gotta edit some other settings, so that way you get more compression or less compression in there. Because if you seen you make a dope video and you have it in your computer as a raw file and you upload it to YouTube or Facebook and they downgrade the quality and it doesn't look the same. But yeah, that's resolution, equipment, lenses. There's other equipment like accessories for your cameras, like sun glare covers and stuff like that, stabilizers, tripods. There's a variety of things that you can use. Just like when you draw a picture, you have a wide variety of tools to draw the picture. So you could get the best tripods, but if you suck at using them, then you might as well just get the cheapest one. Same with stabilizers. I started with a mid-level brand. It was the KMTV single gimbal. It was a single-handed 3-axis gimbal, and it worked perfectly, but there was still shakiness in there, and it worked perfectly, but I saw the defects, and that's when I decided to move up to the Ronin M by DJI. That's an incredible tool right there. I didn't have it for long because I did not have a camera at the same time, but I could tell you that when we made that Hyundai Elantra video, it was pretty dope. The low stance view with that thing is pretty dope. So basically those are the things. Besides that, just get a lot of batteries, because you're gonna need a lot of batteries if you're gonna go to like car shows and stuff like that. If you want, you never know when the shot is right. So just like when I was at Hot Import Nights, I never even knew that dance scene was gonna happen until I actually got home and I edited it, and it just came out to be so dope. So, but yeah, so I don't want to talk a lot today. This is just an intro and stuff like that. The last thing that I want to talk about is software and your computer equipment. As far as software for video editing, they mostly do the same thing. It's just they all act differently because of different companies. Obviously, some might be slow, some might be fast, some might be well created, some might be garbage. For me, I got used to Adobe Premiere Elements 12. There's 13, 14, or 15 out already, but I don't want to update because I'm already used to this. But this is the best for my use, but you could use whatever it is that you want. They all do the exact same thing. Don't let nobody tell you that it's not right, because they all do the same thing. The only difference is the filters that they provide and the special effects. That's it. They all let you edit video. They all let you speed it up or slow it down, do whatever you want to do. That's it. Besides that, it's up to you to create that awesome, unique video. The next thing and last is your equipment. You need a fast computer. No, hands down, you need a fast computer. You cannot buy that $200 cheap computer and expect your videos to be how do you say it? Rendered in like 2 minutes. It's impossible. You need at least an octa-core or a 6-core CPU. I mean, the quad-core might be good, but it might not be as fast as you want. For me, I have an 8-core by AMD that I bought a while back. It's the FX8320, and I overclock it, but I am moving soon in the future when I'm back on my feet to Intel and getting like a super fast 5960X or whatever they're called, 8-core Intel. Intel is the way to go. I just let you know. But every computer works. You just remember that if it's not fast enough, you don't have enough memory in there, you need at least like 12 gigs to be able to support a lot of layers on your videos and stuff like that. Just remember that. Besides that, memory, you need video cards, or video cards. You need a good video card. Right now I have two 7970s that I bought a while back too, and they're in Crossfire, so they do help me a lot, and it runs good. I don't need 12 grade yet, but I'm pretty sure once I move it to 4K, it'll be another story. Besides that, you need a lot of storage because videos will take a lot of storage. If I miss anything today or tonight, I'll bring it up tomorrow or whenever it is that I do the next video. The next video is actually gonna be hands-on, showing you how to do it. So you guys be ready. Thanks for watching this intro video, and be ready for the next one, because the next one we are all gonna make a video together. So peace out. Rep that DMP Chicago. Sweaters coming out soon, and see you guys at the next season to bring out more car beauties and whatever it is that day brings us. All right, peace out.